What's going on? Back here again with more cool stuff. A little tired if you haven't tell. I mean, I can see the bags under my eyes in this video. I'm also seeing that I can't really open my eyes very wide. That might be the camera or just might be because of the fact that I'm tired. Anyway, for those of you who were curious at all about my eyes. Moving on. Got some more cool stuff. This is pretty much, I think this is going to, for the most part, get me completely up to date up until the Black Friday stuff. I'm aware a lot of what I'm showing off is not really being shown in the order in which I got it, and the reason is because, quite honestly, I get stuff so strung out over the weeks and months that I kind of forget almost what it is. But if there's anything I am forgetting, I will go back and I'll just add it to the pile, because it's usually how I do these. I don't know if anyone else does these pickup videos in a similar fashion. I actually set up piles on the table, like literally right next door. I have my computer, and that's how I know, okay, that pile is going to be one video, that pile is going to be for another video, and so on and so forth. It's really just to help me organize it a little bit. And also a little bit more incentive to film these a little bit faster, so I can put all the stuff on the shelf and I get to look at it. Be like, oh yeah, that's looking like a nice collection over there. But this right here is going to get me caught up until about like a week ago. So a week before Black Friday. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's get into the non-gaming items. In this particular lot, I didn't have a lot of non-gaming items, but I did have something I got at a early fall garage sale. Now, if there's something I'm a huge fan of collecting outside of video games, it's anything Disney related. I'm a huge Disney fan. And one thing I got, let me just adjust. There. Okay, slightly better. If there's one thing that I like to collect more the video games, and adjusting the camera mid-filming, because that's always awesome. Yeah, it's Disney. It's basically anything Disney-related that I can get some use out of. I don't know if I'm going to use this, only because it's been sitting in this guy's garage for a long time, but for $2, I got a Walt Disney Classic Aladdin Collector Series drinking glass. The movies these were based on are Snow White, Jungle Book, Lion King, Peter Pan, Beauty and the Beast, Pinocchio, Dumbo, and Aladdin. If I had to get any other ones, I think I'd probably get the Pinocchio one as well as the Lion King. The rest are not ones I'm a huge fan of. But for $2 to get this still in the box is a good deal. The box is in kind of cruddy condition. It's really been up here, but I normally don't spend that much on these kind of drinking glasses, but to have them in the box is really nice. I think I'm just going to put it in the cupboard, and if I were to use it at a later date, I will. It's in good condition. Is it dirty? Yeah, these are, just really, really dirty, cloudy, if you can even, that should be a good picture right there. So this definitely needs a washing. But yeah, this was part of the a Burger King promotion. Like, this is back when McDonald's and Burger King actually had the really good collectible stuff. I think it was McDonald's had, like, they would have like all those customizable glass mugs for when Batman and Robin came out, and then when the other like later 90 Disney movies came out, I think both Burger King and McDonald's had like all of the toys to really go with them. Like, this is back in an era where collecting stuff in those kids, like, at those places were really worth something, because the toys and the collectibles actually have some value today. Like, even those Pokeballs that Burger King gave out, people still look for those. They're not worth much, but people still go for those. So it was cool to find that for $2. These I got at the local Family Video. I've talked about them at great length. Go watch other videos if you don't know what I'm talking about. They're essentially, and I know they have them outside of New York. They're Blockbuster, except a lot cheaper, and they always offer half off to new members, and you can reuse that half off after the first 30 days, and you can just do that forever. So I highly recommend that if you like doing rentals. Basically, because I think it's if you rent a game, you can get it up to 5 days, and I think for 5 days it costs $5 or $6.99. If you renew your half off, which I think is $15 every 30 days, you're basically renting games for $3 for 5 days, as opposed to Redbox, which is going to charge you almost $3 a day. So if you can find them where you live, I highly recommend checking them out. But I usually go there for their movie deals. Sometimes they sell games, which I do have, which will be next. Usually when they're liquidating their earlier stuff, that's when they have the really good deals. I think they're just about ready to get rid of all their PS3 stock, so I think everything in there is either $9.99 or very few of them are $4.99. But I got movies here, and for $20, got Star Wars Rogue One. Still have not seen this movie. I keep hearing good things about it. I keep hearing it's better than Force Awakens. I'm not gonna lie and say whatever you will about it. I really enjoyed The Force Awakens. I don't know why people hate it so much. Is it because of Kylo? If one character is enough to ruin the whole movie, because honestly, right up until Kylo took his helmet off and we find out he's extremely unstable and kind of crazy. I'm checking on the little one over there. It's really not a bad movie at all. I thought it was extremely enjoyable and fun to watch from start to finish. I have not watched Rogue One. It's basically the movie that takes place between episodes 3 and 4, and I've heard really good things about it. Part of that 3 for $20, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I just know it's basically like a prequel to the Harry Potter movies, which is really cool. I really enjoy the movies and the books. The books I do think are vastly superior to the movies. But Sarah wanted that. But the coup de grace in the movie I still haven't watched. I'm really behind on my movie watching. And this will probably be the next one I watch. And that is Logan. So really looking forward to watching Logan. I've been told this is arguably one of the best movies that has come out within the last year for Marvel. This is how to do an R-rated Marvel movie. Deadpool showed us you can do an R-rated Marvel movie. The problem is that when it comes to R-rated Marvel movies, Marvel is very hesitant to put their stamp on anything. They're very nervous. I really don't understand why. I think comic book fans are a lot more mature than they were back almost 20 years ago, and I think it's time to, between this and Deadpool, it's time to start taking these a little more seriously. You can't handle characters like Logan with that PG-13 stick. It won't work. So that'll do it for the non-gaming stuff. Let's get into the gaming stuff. Starting with the wonderful land of Target clearance bin. I swear by this place. Go and check out their clearance section. I'd say at least twice a week. I go at the beginning of the week, and then I go towards the later end of the week. I'm probably going to be checking out their clearance section this weekend, if not on Monday after Black Friday, depending on when I get this video out. So, later this weekend could mean possibly me releasing it 2 weeks from now. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, this was really ironic because when I found this, I was just recently looking at GameStop at the deals for refurbished PS4s because the one I got was a gift from a friend because he was a manager at GameStop and he got one as like a reward, if you will. And it was a 500 gig model, and 500 gig models, 500 gig model PS4s. Bleh. The space on that fills up very, very quickly. So I was looking into getting external drives because I think it was July-ish. It was sometime over the summer. Sony finally released a patch for a PS4 which allows the use of external hard drives. They did use, I think were able to use thumb drives, but again, a lot of thumb drives really couldn't. I mean, a couple. Let's put it this way: 32 and 64 gigabytes are cool, but I think that's, depending on some games, that can just be a game. Like games like Final Fantasy 15 and Doom, that's an entire top tier thumb drive. So I was looking around at various prices for external hard drives, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll look into it. And I get to a Target one night, and I happen to find on clearance for $63 a 2 terabyte external hard drive for PS4 for $60. These are still sold GameStop, I think even Best Buy, for $99.99. It says on here it was $89.99, but they're saying it was a repackage, and when I brought it up front and asked what the repackage was, they just said that apparently somebody opened it to get a good look at it, and they put it right back down, and because of that, they marked it. They took $30 off it. So, for $60, I'm really happy to add this to my collection. I always recommend looking out for these because you never know. You never know. You never know what you can find. And for $60 for 2 terabytes, I quadrupled the amount of memory I have, and now I don't have to worry about filling my hard drive anytime soon. I'm probably going to get another one sometime in the spring because my PS4 collection is getting kind of hefty, and I'm just going to like label the drives with like small stickies like what game is on them. So I'm all for having an extensive game collection. Moving on, back to Family Video. When I said they were liquidating a lot of their video games, they are liquidating a lot of their video games, and part of that is their PS3 collection. And for, I think, $10, I got a copy of WWE All Stars. I'm telling you right now, out of all the wrestling games I've played over the years, this is the one I've had a lot of fun with. It's a fantastic arcade-style wrestling game. If you like NBA Jam and you like wrestling and you've never played this, I recommend giving this a shot. This is a lot of fun. So, oh god, phone went off. So, just gonna let that go. I'm wondering if that's gonna show up in the video now. It's just, I don't know, whatever. New to technology. Anyway, it's a ton of fun. The characters are like cartoonishly bulky. I'd say it's one of the easiest arcade-style wrestling games you could possibly play. It way throws back to like the 90s era of the arcade fighter. Tons of fun, great roster of superstars, and if you can find it on the cheap, I recommend it. $10 for this I still think is a steal. I'm still seeing this go for $20 used everywhere, including GameStop. So happy to get that. These games, I don't think I paid anything for because I had saved up a ton of certificates and store credit, bringing in a lot of older retro stuff to my local GameStop. And that's one of the reasons I support them, because where I go in Cicero, New York, they have great people who work there, and they're always going out of their way to take care of the customer. They really, truly are. And They helped me amass quite a bit of store credit because I brought in some old retro stuff. She is a trip. They helped me amass quite a decent amount of store credit, and I figured, it'd be really cool if I use it to get stuff I need to beef up the collection. So, I think I only paid maybe $10 out of pockets. So for these 3 games, I only paid $10, and they are the World of Final Fantasy, the Day 1 collection. I believe I got that on sale when it was $24.99 or $29.99, but again, store credit came in and I didn't have to pay anything. Fun little Final Fantasy game that's really, I want to say, based around like the whole Digimon aspect of collecting the little character avatars and using them for battling, which is pretty cool. I haven't gotten too far into this game. The next game is Skyrim. I fought on whether or not I wanted to get this one more time, but 1 or 2 people, and you know who you are, kept telling me how awesome it was. So to you two, TJ and Cassie, I took it on your preference and your massive building to this to get this game. And I'm not going to lie, I did a little Let's Play of it on my channel that was basically like giving it one last chance, and I'm not going to lie, I actually really enjoyed it this time through. I felt like a lot of the problems I had with the first times I was playing it were completely fixed. All the bugs and all the nonsense I had to deal with playing it on the 360 version were completely gone. It was a lot more enjoyable. And it was fun. It was fun. I can honestly say this is a decent game, and I'd recommend it to everyone. I will not, however, recommend that they keep remaking the same game over and over and over and over and over again. Disagree if you want. You can even downvote the video. Please don't. But you cannot convince me that this is ridiculous. The standard of execution for games is extremely unbiased. And I think Bethesda at this point should be working on their 6th title, not constantly re-releasing it. But babies. We got a slight situation. Hold on 1 second. Babies. Hi. Anyway. We're back. Someone was a little fussy. So, world, say hello to my baby girl. Baby girl, say hello to the world. Say hello, it's right there. That was precious. Yeah, she had her mouth on something I didn't want to have her mouth on, and instead of trying to set her up on something, I just leave her right here. She can stare at the camera. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're not going to do that. Here. Give you something to play with. Here you go. Play with Skyrim. There you go. That's good fun. I know. Moving on. The next game I got in part of this 3-game bundle was a copy of Horizon Zero Dawn for PS4. Yeah. She's been watching me play this. She really likes it. You want that one instead? Okay. I think one of my top picks for best game of 2017, it takes the Tomb Raider revamp, reimagining, and takes it to a whole other... See, I know you love it. It's the greatest in the world. Yes. So, all those awesome games for, I think, only $10 out of pocket. I had a lot of store credits saved up and some certificates I could use, which is why I recommend giving them your business, because those stuff does pay off. And finally, the coup de grace of this whole collection. Oh, dear. What are you doing? 1 second. What are you doing? Alright. The last thing I got, and we'll end this video here, is a limited edition Destiny 2 bundle. I'm a huge fan of the Destiny series. You can't have that. Huge fan of the series. A lot of people aren't into it, and that's fine. I did pay a little hefty penny on this one, but I figured it was worth it. Ugh. But this comes with the steelbook cover of Destiny 2. It also comes with the expansion pass. It comes with legendary. It comes with digital content, weapons, emblems, emotes, several Cabal military pawns, some stickers, a collector's box, and a limited, and the Cabal schematic, a Cabal lentacular, and all other kinds of cool stuff. So, for the novelty of just having this sit on my shelf and look really cool, the actual steel book itself, which I have sitting on the shelf over there, is really awesome. And she likes, there you go, honey, just get right in there. It's a good game, honestly. And if you like first-person shooters in which you do a lot of like exploring with your friends, item and level grinding, character building, and even the multiplayer solid. I really like the multiplayer. It's probably some of the most balanced multiplayer you can find on Player. Ranked, a little bit more different. So I hope you all like the stuff I found. I hope you like my little special guest here. She's currently teething right now, so she's trying to get her mouth on anything she can find. So I'm going to go get you your special your icy toothing ring, and I'm then going to get a drink because I'm thirsty. And until next time, we'll see you later. You want to wave bye? Wave bye? High five? Or, okay. All right, never mind. We don't need the teething ring. We're good. See you later.